Hi CEP810, I'm Jackie and I will be taking you through what I learned for my final video for my network learning project. I chose to recreate Zuppa Toscana from Olive Garden using only YouTube and the comments within YouTube to help me. I used 3 videos in particular. The first video had only pictures and text to go along with it. The second video, the woman explained every part of the process while she was making the soup. And the third video took it a step further and the woman explained not only the process, but then the hiccups that she's encountered making it the first couple of times she made it, and a couple of tips and what to avoid while you're making the soup. So I thought that was really cool and I really enjoyed the process. The learning process for me was interesting because I couldn't look through any recipe books or anything like that. I had to only use YouTube and I chose to use the comments as well. And it was interesting to me because I had to keep on starting the video and then pausing it and then rewinding it and pausing it. And it was just, the process for me was really cool and I definitely learned a lot. Here are my ingredients I'm using. I'm using 4 russet potatoes, 5 strips of bacon chopped up, 1 pound of hot ground sausage, and I chose to use hot just because I think it adds more flavor to it and I do like spicy. 72 ounces of chicken broth, low sodium, 1 bunch of kale that I will rough chop, extra virgin olive oil, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, salt and pepper to taste, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, and 1 large onion. So when I'm cutting my potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and cut them this way and then this way. So eventually what you get are these cool little half-moon potatoes. And I soak them in cold water to get rid of the excess starch that might accumulate at the top of the soup later. I chose to cut the potatoes a little bit thicker this time because the first time around I cut them a little too thin and then they broke up in the soup and I had a bunch of mushy potatoes that were crumbly in the soup. So I did it a little different this time. So the next step we need to do is chop up our garlic and our onion. And one cool trick I learned from the video is to peel the layers off your onion first. Make lines like this. And then while holding the butt of the onion, you can dice it. And then by the time you get to the end, it holds all the layers in there for you, so you can just pull away the end layer and you're left with all the good chopped up onion. And then the other thing with the garlic was the cool peel trick that I showed you guys last time of peeling the garlic and how it comes out clean, like you basically pull away the peel from the garlic. That was pretty cool too, I learned. And then one final trick that I learned, not really trick, but rule of thumb, I saw in all 3 of the videos that they kept the vegetables separate from the meat. That way you don't contaminate your board and what you're working with. So. The next step we got going on here, I put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of a pot and put the ground sausage in it. And I'm going to cook this until the sausage is all browned. While the sausage was browning, I added some salt and cracked black pepper. And now I'm draining it and hoping not to make the same mistake I did last time. I'm going to let it sit on some paper towel. That way the paper towel can soak up all the grease. I'm also going to let the bacon sit on some paper towel because I saw that in the second video, and that may be why I was skimming grease off the top of my soup the first time around. So we'll see what happens. We brought the soup to a boil. Now we're going to turn down the heat to low, and then we're going to let this simmer anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes until the potatoes are tender. After the cream is added, we can start to put in our kale, and the burner's off right now, and it will just begin to wilt in the soup there. And once it is wilted fully, then you can serve the soup.